The 49ers tried to steal Jeff Ulbrich this offseason. Jeff Ulbrich spoke on that this week. Plus, we know the gender of my baby. It's
Zoinks! It is unequivocally the Super Bowl for New York Jet fans.
Field Yates, baby. Field gosh darn Yates. Let's bring him on the show.
Come on, people. Connor Rogers is joining the show. What's up, Connor? But Trevor gosh darn Sycamore, baby, for me, personally, my favorite New York Jet of all time.
Wow, it's great to be on. What an intro that was right there.
Paul, nobody does an intro like you, man.
Paul, you give the best intro of literally any podcast that I've ever done.
I'm gonna lose my gosh darn bananas.
Good morning, everybody. Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com and also the proud father of two. I will now have a girl and a boy. We found out yesterday, before I get into any of our shenanigans for today's show, it's official. We found out yesterday at our gender reveal party that I'll be having a boy. I have a beautiful daughter right now. She's about 2.5, Soraya Luna, and now she will have a brother. We found that out yesterday. Here is the video footage. It's also on my YouTube channel, Twitter, Instagram, all the places. But here it is for anyone who missed it. Roll it.
We've conquered technology. Now here we go.
Come on, you guys need to count to three because you both. Someone's gonna go early. 2, 1.
Oh my God, it's a boy! I'm walking through the smoke.
Okay. Not sure if that was for the brother or a Jet fan, or not sure what the yelling was about. Probably it was the inherent smoke that burst into the room, and a baby had never seen smoke before, so that probably was jarring, to say the least. But I want to thank everybody. I've not been on my phone. I was on my phone to go boop, 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 and post all the videos, and then I was just at the little party we're hosting here. I also grilled for the first time, so I was grilling up food. I normally don't. That's normally someone, like if I'm ever at an event, it's like my father is the host master, so he's the grill master. So I grilled everyone food yesterday. So it was nice, some burgers, some chicken, some hot dogs. Very nice. So checking off a lot of things off the proverbial bucket list. And I'll be honest, that face is shock because I was convinced we were only going to ever have 2 children. Me and my fiance talked about this, and we have a daughter first. And then whatever's happened the second time, that's it. It just felt like a really good number, a 1 and a 2, regardless of the gender, whatever was going to happen. Now, in a perfect world, I wanted a boy and a girl way back when. But I said, hey, whatever the gods allow, the gods allow. And the gods allowed both a boy and a girl, so blessed be he. But I do want to thank everybody for sending all their well wishes on the social medias, the Facebooks, the Twitters, the Instagrams, the YouTubes. You guys are pretty cool. So thank you so much for all the wonderful words. My mother was there. Good morning, Mother, or Grandma Gam, perhaps. There you go. And now we've got another future Jet fan entering the universe, baby. Excellent. We need him. We have Jerby. Congrats on your baby boy, Jet Esden. Morning Coffee Club, John Sauer. Part of several members of our Boy Green Superfan Club here. Congrats upon future Jets quarterback. You know, get a little savior of the universe, perhaps. Flash Gordon. Oh, sign me up, baby. That would be awesome. My son could hook me up with season tickets. Nice. Zoinks. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Zooey Mama. That's right. Damn straight. Baby boy Jet. Matthias. Paul, congratulations. I posted at the greenhouse. Thank you. I appreciate that, pal. William jumping in. Congratulations, Boy Green and Esden Jr. God bless you and the family. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Nice reception yesterday. It's good food, good time, some cornhole action, some PE3 action. More on that in a little bit. More on that later. Excited for you, Paul, Phil, and everybody. That's excellent. Yeah, he mentioned this. So Alan jumps in on YouTube. Congrats, Paul. Can't wait for Senior to corrupt your son into being a Cowboys fan. He already kind of announced at the party that is what he's going to attempt to do. We'll see. I will deny all requests. And then someone else, because I have a lot of family from New England, they said, we'll turn him into a Patriots fan. I said, shut up. So, no, that's going to be a no-go from that perspective. But appreciate the attempt. Hey now, and my dad's on YouTube now. Okay, maybe he's going to start his own channel here. Paul Esden with the Hey Now and the Esden Zone Legacy. There you are. There you are, everybody. So beautiful. Also, of course, hopefully all you guys are enjoying your Memorial Day weekend. I got no radio show today, so I'm doing this show and then some cleaning up of the party and some family stuff. So all that action. So hopefully you guys are enjoying your Memorial Day. And as I said yesterday, remember everybody, for all the grilling and hanging out and all that stuff, just remember what Memorial Day is all about. And all of our men and women in the armed forces that made the ultimate sacrifice to make all of this kind of stuff possible. So let's always make sure to remember what it's all about. All right, so phenomenal. John Sauer says, I think you need to at least consider Knoble for your son's name. I mean, how could it not be among the options? Could you imagine if I actually named my son Knoble and how that would blow up on the Jake Asman show? That would be something. That would be. All right. We'll get more into the baby stuff later, so you guys can keep the questions and comments coming. Appreciate you. Phenomenal. We'll get into all that later, but I do want to get to the headline of this video, which is the Jeff Ulbrich situation. So in case you guys missed it, I don't know how you could have, because I think Matt O'Leary was first on the covering it of the video side for us Jets content creators, but there was like a little rumor in a mailbag for The Athletic of, Jeff Ulbrich could consider the Jets, like an opinion piece. It seemed more so for the answer. But then all of a sudden we start getting some smoke and steam about the 49ers who fired Steve Wilks and had a vacancy at defensive coordinator. They could go to the Jets' waters because if you think about it, Jeff Ulbrich, he's a lifetime 49er. He spent a decade in the NFL playing, all of which with the 49ers. There's the 49ers connections with Saleh and everybody else. So, there's a lot of connective tissue. Plus, if we're being honest, I'm a Jets guy. This isn't a 49ers show. The 49ers, it's obvious, have had a lot more success than the Jets. Their leadership group, their head coach, their general manager, they're all in a much safer place. Let's put it that way. The Jets, if things go wrong this year, everyone's getting fired. So the other side, there's a lot more job security. So I could have potentially understood Jeff Ulbrich wanting to hit the eject button and leaving. So apparently, so let's go through a few pieces here. First off, in a mailbag for The Athletic, a 49ers reporter said, maybe something to look out for. Then Zach Rosenblatt reported in his deep dive that Jeff Ulbrich, the 49ers, had quote-unquote mutual interest in a potential partnership. And then I'm like, oh boy, I hope we don't lose our guy, Jeff Ulbrich here. That was kind of giving me a little bit of the heebie-jeebies because, to be honest, Jeff Ulbrich is the secret sauce to this team. And we're about to play the clip from Jeff Ulbrich earlier this week about discussing it for the first time at his media availability. But he's the secret sauce, man. When Robert Saleh was hired here for the New York Jets, most assumed he'd be the defensive play caller. That's why he was brought here. He's a defensive mastermind. Let him be the guy that brings, at the very least, the defense that is so magical to the team. And he didn't. And the introductory press conference, he said, I won't be calling plays. And then he ultimately assigns it to his top lieutenant. That ends up being Jeff Ulbrich. And that first year went horrible. I mean, absolutely god-awful. I mean, the Jets were in the bottom 5 of every major defensive statistical category. And a lot of people wanted Ulbrich fired. I remember Robert Saleh, who was doing his weekly appearances on the Michael Kay Show. They asked him, they said, hey, any changes coming? And Saleh almost scoffed to say, guys, it's 1 year, man. Like, this is a little overreactionary. No, I'm keeping my guy. And a lot of people were like, oh, boy, that could come back to bite him. But ultimately, Ulbrich turned it around because after giving up, the 5th most passing yards and 3rd most rushing yards, they flipped it a year later, and they gave up the 2nd fewest passing yards in the entire NFL in the 2022 season, which was the season after Jeff Ulbrich's first campaign as the Jets DC. So they completely turned it around, and he's been the secret sauce. Anywho, you'll hear a little Q&A here. This is Jeff Ulbrich responding to the rumored interest from the 49ers side into him as potentially their next defense coordinator. Let's roll the footage.
Jeff, there were reports in the offseason that the 49ers were interested in you, hiring you. What was your reaction when that came up? Was that something you would have liked to have pursued?
I'm so, it's rare in life that you come to work every day and you love what you do and you love the organization you do it with and you love the players that you get to coach. And that's what I have here, and so saying all that, like I'm so happy and fulfilled being in this place right now with this team, this roster. And at the same time, my wife loves it, my kids love it, the area that we live in. So to move from here and move on from this opportunity it'd be really, really hard. It'd be difficult.
And plus, I mean, Jeff Ulbrich's been very clear and upfront that he eventually wants to be a head coach in the NFL. And, well, a fast track, apparently, has been the 49ers defensive coordinator position. Saleh, head coach. DeMeco Ryans, head coach. And why have they become head coaches? The 49ers defenses have been good. Their play calling situational football has been excellent. And the 49ers have been winning football games, have been in the national spotlight, of going to Super Bowls, NFC championship games. So when you have winning, great defense, great defensive players, all of that mix kind of goes together. And it's been a pipeline, quite frankly, to NFL head coaching opportunities. So again, I would have understood if Ulbrich was interested. Here's more on that report, by the way, and then we'll get into several of your YouTube super chats I see that are coming in here in just a moment. Here was the report from Zach Rosenblatt of The Athletic. The 49ers hired Nick Sorensen as their new defensive coordinator, but not before doing their due diligence on other options. That included Jets defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich. There was mutual interest in exploring a marriage, according to multiple league sources, but ultimately the Jets made it clear that they were not going to let Ulbrich leave, and they ended up blocking it. Now, here's how it works for blocking. If the 49ers are interested in Jeff Ulbrich to be their defensive coordinator, the Jets can block lateral moves. By the way, that makes sense. Why would the Jets allow their really good defense coordinator just to leave to another team to be someone else's defense coordinator? Now, where teams can't block it is, let's say the 49ers fired Kyle Shanahan. If they wanted to hire Jeff Ulbrich as their head coach, the Jets could not block that to get a head coaching interview, but lateral moves they can block. And of course, why wouldn't the Jets block it? So they did. And Zach Rosenblatt explains that teams can block coaches under contract when taking jobs with other teams unless it is a promotion, position coach to coordinator or coordinator to head coach, which obviously was not the case here. More from Zach Rosenblatt. The 49ers never officially requested an interview with Ulbrich, but there were conversations about pursuing him. Ulbrich, beloved by Jets players and coaches. New York should have a top-flight defense in 2024, and all these Pro Football Focus numbers. 49ers are fresh off a Super Bowl, and he has all these connective tissues in there. That Ulbrich was born in San Jose, that's in the Bay Area. The 49ers as a player for a decade, and the desire to be a head coach, and some of those things that we already talked about. So fascinating stuff. But I would just tell you personally, I'm glad that they blocked it, and I think Ulbrich is destined to be a future head coach. You got a great opportunity, of course, at the Senior Bowl to be the head coach there and kind of handle some of those responsibilities. Ultimately, I think it's going to have to come with Jets wins packaged with it. I don't think just being a really good defensive mind on a team that has not performed well enough is going to be enough for him to get a gig. So if the Jets turn it around and have this really awesome year, which obviously we're all hoping for, and it all looks like it's lining up in that direction, then God bless America. And then he could go on after that. And hell, we win the Super Bowl. Vultures want to come on, baby. He could come on and try to pick the bones, as far as I'm concerned. Let's keep going here let's go back to the comments here. All right, we got Just Hear Me Out jumping in here. Congrats, enjoy it while they can't talk between. Went back and found my first episode, 2020 Week 9 versus Patriots Jets Classic. Yeah, let's look that up. What was that? 2020. Let me look that up. What was that box score? Oh boy, I'm a little concerned, to be honest with you. That's Adam Gase era. Let's see, Week 9. God, this is going to be gross. All right. 30-27, so a close game. The Jets dropped at 0-9. Oh, my God. The Jets dropped at 0-9, and the Patriots scored 13 points in the fourth quarter to come back and win. The Jets scored 0 in the fourth quarter. All right, let me look at the box score. Cam Newton. Oh, yes, the Cam Newton era. If this is the primetime game, which it could be, I don't know if I can see that. I'd have to look back at the years because, like, Joe Flacco totally threw that game away. If this reminds me of the it was like a Thursday night game or something, if this was the one that was it. like a Thursday night game with Cam Newton and everybody, and then Joe Flacco, who was like brilliant for most of the game, and then flushed it down the toilet. I appreciate it. Thanks for the super chat, buddy. That's awesome. But yeah, wonderful memories. But the memory I'm looking forward to, speaking of Jets Patriots, is so the Jets ended the overall streak. Like they had 15 in a row. Terrible. So that one's off the board, thank God. But because the Patriots have been kicking their ass, whether home, away, or Planet Mars, the Patriots have won like 8 straight or something at MetLife Stadium. That's embarrassing. That's the one we got to get off. Week 3, Thursday night football. Let's circle that one, baby. Let's circle that one. Paul Eston, 49ers, my father. 49ers are the Buffalo Bills of the 2020s. There you go. That's a good cap. Like that. Yeah, and hit the like button, as Thomas says here on YouTube. Very nice. Shadow Realm says Ulbrich being the secret sauce is the best way to put it. I mean, that's what he is. He doesn't get a lot of credit. It's funny when the Jets have great defensive performances. I see in all the written papers and things of that nature, they're all going, "Oh, Saleh, way to kill it, Saleh." But to be honest, like Saleh is a part of it. It's not like he's ignoring it. It's his principles. It's his scheme. It's all that. But Ulbrich deserves his flowers. He didn't get enough. And the chef's kiss is week 6. Jets Eagles last year. No Sauce Gardner, no DJ Reed, and Jeff Ulbrich was able to create a game plan against a high-flying Eagles offense as Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, all these crazy guys. Even think about this. Heading into a Jets-Eagles game, where the Jets had never beaten the Eagles, okay? People didn't think with Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed that the Jets were going to be able to defend them. So without them, people were like, they're going to lose. And I'm telling you, man, unbelievable effort there from Ulbrich on cooking up the right game plan to contain that offense, and they did, and the Jets end up winning the game. So, yeah, Jeff Ulbrich 100% deserves it. My dad using his first super chat ever. It's a mother frickin' boy, baby. Yes, exciting. And again, I was just surprised, shell-shocked. I thought the entire time it was a girl, so for it to be a boy, I was just stunned. And it's great. Now we have one of each. Soraya Luna, my daughter, is beautiful and amazing and everything else. And now to have a boy, too, it just kind of completes the family. So it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Thank you for the super chat, Pop. Appreciate you. Let's see. Alan, Ulbrich made a huge mistake not jumping ship. Would have guaranteed a head coaching job within 2 years if he made the jump. Again, the Jets blocked it, so he had no choice. He couldn't. Now, I'm curious if Ulbrich, we don't know this level of detail from the report, but if Ulbrich came to the Jets and begged them and said, hey, man, I want to go to San Francisco. I want to go back home. Let me go. Would they have done it? Personally, I don't think so, but they did it for Mike LaFleur. That was the fake thing. Like, hey, mutual parting of ways. He had another opportunity somewhere else, so we let him go. I think it was more so they didn't want him, and someone else wanted him, so great, see ya. In this particular case, I think they love Ulbrich, and Ulbrich does obviously love to be there. You heard it from that little clip there that he likes being there too. But why in God's green earth would they hook him up? So, no, it's not an Ulbrich mistake, unless you want to call the Ulbrich mistake he didn't grovel and beg for it, I guess. But, again, I think he likes the position he's in. Just hear me out. Everyone, comedy gold in those 2020 shows. So we'll have to go back and look at some of those. I have not seen one of those shows in forever. And imagine that season. That was the 2-14 year. That was the Trevor Lawrence tank sweepstakes. Oh boy. I imagine there's a lot of content back there. So yeah, you guys can go in the archive and go check out the shows. Feel free to do so. And thanks for the super chat again, pal. Let's see. Oh, some people saying he's the next Jets head coach. Okay, maybe that's another path. If Saleh fails, they just promote Ulbrich and he gets his opportunity, I guess. Jets Classic, we must have lost. They did. They did do that. That is, they did. There's a lot of losses from there. William says, congratulations, grandmother Esden. It'll be cool to hear abuelaita from your grandson who's on the way. That's right. Yeah, she doesn't like the grandma term, but hey, different strokes. Taylor says, the kid isn't going to be a quarterback. I see a fullback or a tight end just based on the glint in Paul's eyes. Okay, there you go. I like it. Yeah, I played running back and cornerback And then one time in practice, I played middle linebacker. That was a choice. Hey, the coach, we were down middle linebackers. The coaching staff said, Paul, get your ass in there. I said, okay, coach. But better position, running back and cornerback. Just hear me out, it was primetime. So 100% that was the game I was talking about. That was the Jets-Patriots game. That the Jets looked like they were going to win. You're like, and then Joe Flacco threw it away. And then a lot of us were kind of like, well, 0-9. We're already this far. We're not going to the playoffs. Might as well get Trevor Lawrence. So a lot of people said, thanks, Joe Flacco, for your contributions. And then they ended up winning the 2 games at the end anyway. So different strokes, I guess. My father chimed back in. Jets set the stage for the epic Eagles collapse. Unmasked the fraud. Yeah, they started their season ultimately 10-1, and the Jets were the only team that beat them in the first 11 weeks of the season. Take that. Why don't you? And then ultimately they collapsed like a used lawn chair. So, Dilly Bubbles on YouTube. Congrats on the kid. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for all the congratulations, everybody. Very nice. And congratulations, there you go, to Paul Sr. on the future grandson. There you go. The legacy continues. Yep. Jared B., yeah, it's crazy to think that we had games with no fans at them, 100%, and now we completely flip it the other way. So it's going to be, we're going to have some sellouts. We're going to have some crazy atmospheres, and I hope so. And again, I'm still looking. I haven't locked into any game yet, but it would be cool. I don't know if I can pull this off, but week 3, Thursday night football would be crazy cool to be at the home opener. I've not been at the home opener for a couple of years, but I've been to a couple over the last, decade. Went to Jets Bengals, which was a home opener. Jets Ravens, I've been to a home opener. But those are like 1 o'clock games or something. I've never been to first off, I've never been to a Jets primetime game. And I've never been to a home opener Jets primetime game, obviously. So, yeah, that'd be great. And Darren, with the JCast, congrats on the sex ball. Thank you very much. Yeah, just really, that's the major flex that's happening here. I'm just really trying to, kind of show off on the pelvic thrusts. That's the real truth of what's happening here. To be honest, I mean, that's the truth. That is the truth. And that's the report from, Zach Rosenblatt. So we'll see. Jeff Ulbrich will have his chance. If the Jets are as good as we believe they are going to be this year, he will have his chance to be a head coach. And he should be. He's got a great personality. I love seeing the behind-the-scenes camera of Hard Knocks and One Jets Drive. It seems like players really vibe with what he brings to the table. And obviously a great defensive mind and a former player. The players relate to guys like that. So, it's just really cool, and I'm rooting for him. So I really like Ulbrich a lot, and hopefully he stays here a long time, to be honest with you. But I know he wants to be a head coach, and I think that opportunity will be there before you know. And hopefully he waits for the right opportunity. And normally you only get one chance, so I hope Ulbrich. So sometimes you get an opportunity. If you decline it, you may never get a chance again. But sometimes you get offered an opportunity like, ooh, this job ain't great. The roster sucks. The expectations aren't good. And I'm only going to get one whack at the pinata. And if I blow this, I won't get another chance. Sometimes people like Ben Johnson said multiple options. He's like, no, I'm good. I'm waiting for the right one. And, hey, he may never get one again. But on the other side, it may go the other way. So, like I said, it's a special thing there. That's for sure. All right, screw it. Let's open up the phone lines early here. Let's do it. Let's open them up here on a Memorial Day. Let's do this thing. Let me put this up in the YouTube pinned comment section. I'll do that here momentarily. Let's go. Let's go right here. And thank you, by the way. We reached the 6.6 thousand subscriber mark yesterday after the flurry of videos. So that's awesome. So thank you. Appreciate that, everybody. Like I said, the next big milestone for me is 10K, baby. That's what we're shooting for. We'll see if we make it there. All right, let's go. That message is now pinned. If you're watching on any of the other platforms, Heavy on Jets, our Facebook page. So thank you to Heavy, who supports this show. And also twitter.com/boygreen2 or @boygreen25. You have to hop on over to youtube.com/boygreen25 to hop on the program. Feel free to do so. That is it. And see, congrats, Boy Green. Don't let your son grow up to be a Cowboys fan. Again, I won't. We will hold the fort, baby. We will hold the fort strong, but I appreciate that. Yes, that's right. All right, let's jump over to the phone lines. My father joins us here on the show. What's up, Grandpa?
Hey now. So it's the epitome of, I don't know what to say. For you to jump up and down and say that your child will not be any other sports fan than your team, when obviously your apple ended up in the West Nile virus with the Jets. But I support the Jets, and but the little one is going to be a Cowboys Nation member for sure. But I wanted to jump on, say congratulations. Thank you. And your amazing job grilling. Congratulations on that.
Yeah.
You almost hit mid-age before you grilled the first time in your life. But I'm allowed to formally issue you your man card now. So
Great.
congratulations.
Okay, I don't know what I've been operating with since that point, but I will tell you, a few silver whiskers in the beard was nice. Gonna be honest, I got to start getting creative with some of the grilling techniques and recipes and stuff. Because in my video, I was like, oh, this is freaking phenomenal. I got to do this more often. This crispy chicken was quite nice. The little burgers were very good. So yeah, it was a nice little shish kebab, nice little shindig yesterday. Very nice, and yes, and. NY Jets FL ask, did Paul Sr. shed a tear or two yesterday? You were in the shade, so it's hard to tell.
I did. It was it was a once in a lifetime moment for sure. It was great. I'm sure we'll talk about it more on Saturday.
That's
on
right.
the our show on Saturday and I think we may steer away from your brother beating you up stories and move to some other legacy stories. Maybe how I discovered when you were a boy. That may be the story that comes out. It's an unusual story for sure.
Okay, I don't know that story, so this will be a first of a story. I'm not helping the narration going because I know it. I'm providing some extra details here. There, that is a story I will be able to provide zero details on because I am not aware of it. But hey, that should be a doozy.
Yep. So I'll do that. I'll let your other callers jump on. Great weekend. Congratulations again, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, looking forward to it. Thanks, Pop. We'll see you. Safe travels back home.
All right, thank you.
All right, there he is, Esden Zone, joining us on the program. And yes, I guess I forgot to mention the NBA stuff. It looks like we're getting Celtics Mavs, baby, which, by the way, is what I predicted last week. I don't give predictions. I give spoiler alerts. And by the way, bring that on. I want Kyrie Irving. I want the Dallas Mavericks. Bring their sorry ass to the NBA Finals. We're going to take care of business. Stand on business, as the kids say. So all day, baby. So, yes, sign me. Oh, stop all your go Mavs. Shut up, people. Shut up. You Knicks fans jumping over on the Mavs bandwagon. Do what you got to do, okay? Phil and some of you other people, do what you got to do. It is what it is. Celtics are raising banner 18. Mark it down. But more on that in due time. By the way, for those who don't know, Mavs go up 3-0 last night. Celtics went 3-up over the weekend. And no team in NBA history has ever come back from a 3-0 deficit. So unless it's going to happen for the first time ever, once or twice, well, I think we know what the NBA Finals is. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. We got our boy, Johnny, here on the show. What's up, Johnny?
What up, bro?
What's poppin'?
Yo, congratulations, dog.
You were right. You're right, man.
Hey, man, it's going to be awesome, bro. Just imagine all the different, toys you get to play all over again with. All the different wrestling stuff. I mean, because you said you like wrestling, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Bro.
I used to have the little wrestlers in the wrestling ring and everything. That's something, Johnny, you just said that. I'm going to be honest. That had not even been a thought that crossed my mind of that kind of passing on of torch and stuff. Oh, man, look at this. And then they love it or fall in love with it. You're like, yeah, oh, look at that. That's crazy. I didn't even think about that. Wow.
Yeah, dude, I watch games with him. He stays with me to watch games. He'll stay just watch it, and he'd be all about it. I've put on Jet games with him, put on Knicks games on with him. You know what I mean? Mets, he starts to cry. You know how that goes, but
yeah, well, yeah.
Bro,
that's
awesome,
the cross
man.
they have to bear now. It's the Jet fan thing is happening. That's just again the cross they have to bear. That's part of the situation. And I've heard a lot of people earlier, funny jokes, child abuse, and all these other things. Hey, it's a Jet fan thing through thick and thin. And when they win, it's gonna be a glorious thing.
Dude, the thing about a Jet fan, bro, like it brings character, it builds character, right? It's loyalty
Right.
through it all. So I mean, if anybody's saying that, they don't understand it, man.
That's
You
right.
know, that's why it's gonna mean so much more when them suckers win the Super Bowl for
That's
us
it.
and whatnot. You know, so hey, but congrats, bro. Yo, your face was awesome, bro. Like you couldn't believe it.
I was just in shock. Unbelievable shock. Because I just didn't, I don't know. I just had a weird feeling the entire time. It's a girl, it's a girl, it's a girl. So when I spiked the football first and I'm just seeing it, I see the green because they did the green for the Jets. That would represent the boy. I spike it. I look down. I'm like, no, like in my head, no friggin' way. And I look up and all of a sudden my fiance had the green smoke that's billowing in like a grenade just got launched in there. And I'm like, look, and I was just dazed and confused, but it was awesome. It was so
Yeah,
cool.
when I was and I saw the video, if it wasn't for your pops, I wouldn't have known that was a boy.
See, a lot of people said that because they said it earlier. They were like, I had a lot of green. What the hell does green mean? And I'm like, oh, yeah. Then no one would have known. So I appreciated him on the thing. Oh, my God, it's a boy. Like, so that was good.
The smoke to me looked great, man. You know, I'm colorblind, bro. So
yeah.
I don't know what this means.
Yeah, right. So that's good. So that is true. I am glad that he provided that in there. And he was the one who was taking the video footage too. So that was awesome.
Yo, his commentating narrative was awesome. It was number one in our books, man.
Yeah,
it was like
everyone,
a play-by-play.
We're trying to like so they there's like 10, 15 people or something that are there. They all have cameras. They're like, wait, don't go. My camera's not working. And someone else, wait, I'm pointing in the wrong way. And I'm like, oh, geez. So yeah, it was a whole thing. My dad was trying to orchestrate what he could there, and ultimately they gathered the group. So that was funny. Yeah, he was a funny conductor yesterday there. Yeah,
and bro, it's crazy on how much stuff they don't really have for boys, bro. My wife always said that, like, so for like clothes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for girls, they got like every fucking
that's a good point
accessory and all that stuff like that. So, just heads up, man. Whenever you start buying clothes for your son, bro, if you see it, get it. Because
I was about to say that was the biggest fist pump yesterday. So after like all the the craziness died down, my fiance was like, "Woo! I get to go shopping." Because I went, son of a! If it was a girl again, well, okay, we got a bunch of clothes to rehash here. And she said, "Oh, it's a boy. Great, we're all going shopping." I'm like, "Son of a!" I'm like, "Well, I guess that's true." So there you go. There's another factoid.
First thing I bought for my son was a Jets onesie. No bullshit.
Oh, really? Oh, that's awesome.
The Jets onesie. As soon as I found out, I went ahead and I got online and ordered it. And then all my boys were just giving me like Jet stuff and everything. So he's been swagged out in some Jets things.
Oh, that's awesome.
But hey, man, congratulations. I wanted to come up here and just say that real quick.
Of course,
congrats
man.
on that, dude. That's exciting. It's a great time, man. I love my little man, bro. Like I don't know, that bond you have with your son. You know, I mean, I love my daughter. Don't get me wrong.
Of course.
Like that's another one. Like she's the reason why I'm going to the home opener. Cause she's like, I want it for as my birthday present. Her birthday's in July.
That's awesome.
She's like, I want to see Aaron Rodgers run through the thing, dude. I lie to you, she's downstairs right now watching Hard Knocks, Jets Hard Knocks.
Oh my God, you've raised her right, Johnny. You've set the bar here for fathers. Wow,
dude, it's so bad, bro. I come downstairs and I'm like, she's like, I'm tired of sucking. So I hope we're going to win. So just getting me ready for the season. I'm like, baby, it's like 100 days. We got like 100 days left, dude. I told you about the whole Halloween thing with her, right?
Maybe not. Did you give me some?
Dude, we went Halloween, right? She went trick or treating. This dude came out in the Josh Allen Buffalo.
Oh no,
Bills
I didn't hear this story. Bro. Go,
yeah. So he comes to the door with that, and she looks at him, and she's like, "No, thank you for the candy." She was like, "We don't like Buffalo Bill fans. Go Jets," and walks away, bro.
Awesome.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. Like
that's the greatest thing I've ever heard.
If I didn't, I had to turn around, dude, because like a tear came down my damn eye, bro. You can't have her seeing your tears and shit. So.
That's the thing that I love about kids so far. Again, I only have the daughter right now, who's like 2.5, and then a future son to be around Thanksgiving. But like the things they say, that there's no filter, they just shoot, and then you say like they didn't just say that. Like I've gotten a lot of those, which has been awesome. That's funny.
All right, man. Hey, BG again, man. Congratulations, brother. It's exciting, dude. It's awesome. Dude, just enjoy it. Enjoy the thing. Dude, the wife feed will be a lot more calm. Cause bro,
Oh,
my
good.
wife, when she with the girl, she can't hear me. She's a fucking asshole, bro. I love you.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, slip that in. Yeah.
All right, brother.
I
Congrats, man.
appreciate it. Thanks, Johnny. Thank you so much. And thank you to the 300 people that are in the room right now. Make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe, and we'll be on here for a few more minutes. Let's go back to the phone lines. We got my boy Hep joining us here on the show. What's up, Hep?
Hey, bud, I just want to say congratulations. I felt really for you. You were in shock, man, looking at that. I want to give you a heads up. I got 2 grandsons.
Yep.
Boys love garbage trucks.
Garbage trucks. Okay, I like that.
It's a show called Trash Truck. I don't know what it is. They just love that stuff.
Okay, I'll note that one down. That's a good one. I like that.
It's a wonderful thing, man. I'm so happy for you. God bless. I know you got other people going on. Peace out, bud.
All right, thanks, Hep. I appreciate the kind words, man. Love all you guys chiming in here. This is cool because, like, to be honest, it's hard to explain, but it's almost like we're all kind of celebrating it, which is kind of cool. Ooh, getting emotional. It's really cool that we all get to do it. So dinosaurs, I'm getting all this stuff. The more you can help, you would think I'd remember something from my childhood, but I got to just add things to the list. So I'll be learning Phineas and Ferb, apparently, from Ralph. I don't even know what that one is, but okay. I got to get in more on this. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. We got NY Jets FL here on the show. What's up, buddy?
Morning, Paul. Congrats. Your daughter's reaction was priceless to the green smoke.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like, I don't know if that was a reaction to the smoke or the fact that she was having a brother at some point.
Yeah.
I was thinking, my gosh, that was actually really funny. But congratulations.
Thank you.
You can do what I did yesterday, Paul. At some point, you can mow your grass in 95-degree
Yes.
weather, paint your daughter's room, and go to bed so tired that you don't ever wash up. She has the paint
Wow.
all over my head.
Yeah, wow.
Painting her like 10 o'clock at
Yeah.
night. So
We were in the middle of
like-
the party, and my daughter was she fell asleep outside. So I'm like, let me bring her in, let her get a good sleep so she's not just sleeping on me outside. And I bring her in, lay her on the bed, and I'm like, all right, I'll just lay next to you for a second, and then I wake up, it's 5 a.m. I'm like, what the hell? What happened? So yeah, I feel you. I never went back to the party. Whoops. Yep.
Oh,
right out.
well, it looks like you had a good time. Hey, Paul, you really have to get that merch out now. I mean, you got
I know.
a whole boys line of baby clothes with all
true.
whatever you want to put on it. Like
Yeah.
how about a Cowboys emblem with a X through it, so your dad doesn't
That's
hijack
true.
that one.
Yes.
At least the green one, something like
Mhm.
that. Something positive like that. That way, you
Yeah,
can
yeah. That's a good
counteract
idea.
his effect. You got to counter his effects. He's gonna go in there and try to take that over. So you're gonna have to
Of
get him
course,
early.
immediately. So you got to lay the
Yeah.
line down immediately. That's true. It's
Yeah.
this is a very important time at the beginning. I agree. Yes.
Yeah, and I invite Alan Abertall to call in because Alan is such a kid lover that I would love to hear his take on another a congratulatory call would be nice from Alan. So
Okay, we'll
gonna-
see if
I'm
that
gonna
comes.
cut out early.
All right.
Cut out early. Congrats, Paul. You have a great
Thanks,
day. Okay.
pal. I appreciate it. Yeah, you too, pal. And thank you. Thank you, everyone who has been sending it in. Thank you to everyone who's been sending it in. All the kind words and everything. All right, actually, we have no more callers right now, so I'm actually going to dip out. Got to go help clean everything up and everything from that perspective. But I want to thank everybody for jumping on here. Enjoy the rest of your Memorial Day for anyone who is celebrating or hanging out with family or having a good time. So appreciate you guys. Again, to the 350 people in the room, like the video, hit subscribe. You can feel free to check out the show. It's live every single day at 7:30 in the morning, whether you're a first-time listener or multi-time, as a lot of these callers are. Feel free to check it out. We'll be back on the show tomorrow morning, live at 7:30. Hopefully I can see you guys there. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and take care, guys.